key artifacts and deliverables. So within Kanban, we still have some of the artifacts and deliverables, but it's not prescriptive. Again, it's very flexible approach. It's not a full-fledged agile methodology. So bear in mind that it is not prescriptive. It is not really saying that you must have these, you must have these roles, you must follow this sprint time boxing, you must have the sprint retrospective, even though Scrum is supposedly flexible. So if you say Scrum is flexible, then this is like super duper flexible, because it doesn't even tell you to have those roles. It doesn't even tell you to have time box. It doesn't even ask you to have a burn down chart. So that way it is even more flexible. It offers you even more flexibility. And that was one of the reasons why it is widely adopted across the different organizations and industries. So very, very powerful. So essentially, as I was mentioning yesterday, what you're trying to build is the visual information radiator. So at any point of time, you're getting the information and the updates on the progress of the project, of the work, visually. So that's the beauty. That's in a nutshell what Kanban is all about. So the Kanban board is trying to project and continuously emit information to people who are looking at it, not necessarily within the team, but also outside, customers, users, anybody. And the quality assurance people, if they're looking at it, they can understand where we are. They don't have to ask 100 questions, send 10 emails, and then make 5 calls to understand what is happening. It's all there. It's all there. It's up there, right? So what does it really give you? So you need to ask questions to understand, right? Every time, if you want to know what we are doing, what's the status of a particular piece of work, we need to know where we are now. What do we need to do? What are the things that we need to do? And when will it be done, right? By what time, and or how many days or how many months, how many weeks, how many hours it would take, and who is working on that, on particular set of tasks in terms of, for example, the front end, if it's a page to be designed and developed, which front end team, if it's something to be done in the database, what table has to be created, a DBA or database team is going to work on that. And the more important thing is, what do I need to do now if something is stuck, right? As a facilitator or as a team member, what am I supposed to work on now, which is the work in progress, which is the current piece of work? And what are the decisions I need to take if you get stuck somewhere, if the flow is not actually smooth and even? So what are the steps, what are the actions, what are the decisions I need to take now to, again, put that flow back? So as we discussed yesterday, the water flow in a pipe, if there are leaks, you need to fix the leak, right? Otherwise the water keeps dropping, and then you actually, the leaks are going to contribute to wastage of water. Or if there's a blockage within the pipe, if the pipe is like this, then there's a blockage within the pipe, then you're restricting the water flow. So the output of that would be less water, right? So you're not really getting the expected amount of water. So you're trying to actually remove the blockage. You're trying to pass through some rod or some steel wire to actually clean up the tube, the pipe, so that the pipe is clean, and then the water actually runs through smoothly and freely. So you actually get the full flow of water as expected. Similarly, in this context as well, it's all about how you would make sure that the flow is smooth, the flow is even, the flow is expected, that there's no wastage in the process, there's no waiting time, there's no muda in the context of lean. There's no wastage of downtime, people waiting, or excess inventory, or making too much of or too less. All of those contribute to the waste.